What's up, guys? Today we're going to do our week 13 hive inspection. Today I'm just going to check the top box for food stores. I filled the feeder up last week, so we'll see how much of that they took. The bottom box, I'm just going to go through it and see if I could see some eggs or cat brood. It's the beginning of August. It's actually August 2nd, so I'm not expecting to see a ton of brood. I would just like to see some eggs, make sure we still got a queen and she's doing good. I'm gonna check for swarm cells, which, like I said, we're in the beginning of August. We shouldn't have any, but I'm gonna just, double check, make sure we don't have any swarm cells. So I'm gonna give them a little smoke and I'll go ahead and open it up. I always like to check, make sure the queen's not up here before I set it down on the ground. Got a couple of bees up on the top of the inner cover. Checking for the queen up here, make sure she's not here. Go ahead and set this over here by the front. It's a little bit late in the evening, so a lot of the foragers are in here. I'm gonna try not to smoke them too much, but I might have to give them a little bit just to keep them calm. Go ahead and check these frames up top, see how much honey they have stored. I'm busting the comb all up. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to take out this frame feeder first. Yeah, they're not taking nearly as much sugar syrup as they would normally be, so they must be doing pretty good on their honey stores. All right, now I'm gonna start over here and work my way over. And I have a little bit of room. This first frame is completely capped full of honey on this side. This side is still pretty much full. They're working on capping it. This one's a little bit lighter. One side's full of sugar syrup or nectar. This side is empty. A little bit of a comb drawn out right there, but it's only got a little bit of sugar syrup in it. Next frame, they haven't really started drawing out yet on either side, so I'm gonna just push it. The next one got a little bit of sugar syrup stored in it, probably equal to half a frame of sugar syrup in it. Next one has pretty much nothing on it. They're starting to draw it out. They're drawing it out pretty good. This next frame, storing some nectar in it, drawing out the cells nicely. A little bit of comb being drawn out on this frame. This next frame is very heavy. It's full of nectar and honey, capped honey, pretty much on both sides. And this next comb is 100% full of nectar and capped honey. The other side, I messed their comb up bad, which I'm regretting doing, but they can fix it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back before other bees smell it. Do my best to cover this up before I take the top box off. Put the inner cover back on it. And I'm gonna free up a bottom board over here just to use for now. Set the top box on that bottom board right there. Now, hopefully no robber bees that come mess with it. Good amount of bees covering the bottom frames. It looks like the population is going down just a little bit. Go ahead and take a look. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of eggs, maybe a little bit of capped brood. First frame's pretty much empty. Pretty cleared out. They had a lot of nectar in it. They must be eating it. This other side still has a good bit of nectar. A little bit of capped honey on it. This is my first time going into the brood nest in 2 weeks, so just want to make sure we got some eggs somewhere in here, or see the queen. Either one works. This is just nectar and capped honey. Next frame's a new one. They're starting to draw it out. They got a couple of emergency queen cups right there. There's no egg in them, so I'm gonna just go ahead and leave them. Same thing on that side. This side is full of nectar and capped honey. I'm just looking for eggs. I'm not seeing any yet. This side has a couple little pieces of capped brood. That's really it. Some sugar syrup and some capped honey. Next frame, they're working on drawing it out. A little capped honey, a little sugar syrup. Same thing on this side. Little emergency queen cell not being used. Couple cells of cat brood. Looking for eggs. I'm not seeing any yet. Yep, no eggs yet. This side has a couple cap cells of brood again, very spotty. Looking for eggs again. I really like to take my time looking for eggs. A little bit of bee bread on this corner. No eggs yet. This is a light frame. There's our queen right there. So she's in here. She still has a nice size to her as well. I see one larvae down in there with a ton of raw jelly. One more. Some bee bread on this frame. She's laying eggs in this frame, so she's still doing good. I guess it's just the time of the year where they're going to cut back on their population because there's not a lot of flowers and plants to forage on right now to bring in nectar to support a huge colony. So just going to go around to the other side. She made it fine. And just be gentle. There she is. All of these cells throughout here have eggs in them, so she's laying good. I'd like to find her one more time before I slide the frame back in so I can make sure I don't hurt her. Okay, there she is right there. Come on around. I'll slide her back in nice and slow, watching her the whole time. Alright, she's back in there. This frame has sugar syrup, capped honey, a couple cells of cap brood. No eggs. This side is no eggs. Little emergency queen cup, nothing in it. Haven't seen any swarm cells, so that's good. second to last frame is that's all bee bread right there, and capped honey on the edges. Yeah, these girls have a ton of bee bread to eat. A little emergency cup right there on the top. Nothing in it. This side is once again bee bread. The queen has been known to come lay in this frame, but all the empty cells are, well, they're just that, they're empty. There's no eggs in them. Let's see, the last frame is nice and heavy. It's got a good bit of honey, nectar. It's got some cells with bee bread. A little emergency cup with nothing in it. No swarm cells on the bottom. It's all capped honey. Alright, looking good. Go ahead and push this over and get these girls closed up. God dog it. I stung on the hand through the glove. Man, it's hurting. Like I said, it's pretty late. They're very unhappy that I'm in here. Go ahead and close it up. I'm trying, girls. And get this top box back on there for them. All right. Go ahead and put this top cover on. So that's pretty much the end of our week 13 inspection. Had a good bit of stores of honey up top. We saw the queen, we saw she's laying good. Their numbers look a little bit low, but that's to be expected at this time of year. So everything's pretty good, I'd say. No swarm cells. Saw a bunch of emergency cups, but those aren't to be a concern right now. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.